Hi, David Taylor or Mr Pelargonium back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to cut back some zonals and repot some zonals, which also involves some good hacking back of roots. Something always very interesting and something that people find really interesting, that you can be so abusive to our really good strong growing pelargoniums. So it's worth having a look at. As an aside, I'm actually having to refilm this introduction because I got the focusing completely wrong. So the rest of the video was filmed a few days ago. So I'm actually filming this video just literally as the video is going out. Although the first thing I'm actually going to do is home in on a plant that I've cut back, just to show you the cutting back process. It's not too heavy, the cutting back isn't too heavy really, so we'll just home in on that and let the video run. Right, now all I'm going to be doing here is a bit of reshaping. It hasn't grown huge, there are a few yellowing leaves, and that's purely because I've let the plant dry out a bit. Nothing too serious there. It's grown quite strongly. These are all quite firm. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clip back some of the shoots that have really grown out wide. There's one there in particular that's really grown out. So I'm going to take that back probably 2 or 3 stops. So we'll just do that now. And then I will speed through just the rest of it, just to show you realistically how I'm going to clip it back. Now, it's not going to be a very big clip. The plant hasn't grown huge. It's a 2-year-old plant, so this will be going into its 3rd year next year, which usually is the best year for showing. So I will clip this back all round, giving it a bit of a clip back. Just make a start there. Then I've taken that down, got a little teeny break just above there coming out and one underneath. And that's the sort of thing I'm going to do all the way around the plant. So I'll just run through that quickly now. I've taken out a lot of leaves because I want light to get down into the middle of this plant to enable all these side shoots down that are just beginning to poke through, to give them a little bit of light to make them grow through. And it's more or less as simple as that. There is a little bit of leaf debris down in the middle, but when I repot, I will get rid of that because it'll sort of shake out anyway when I sort of take it out of its pot. So I'm not overly concerned, it's all very dry anyway. But we've got a nice lot of side shoots down in here, green little side shoots just beginning to break out. And that'll make a lovely plant. I get rid of a lot of the base leaves just to enable, just for ease of repotting, to be honest. It does make it a bit easier. So there we are, that's that one done. What we'll do now is go back I've got another plant to have a look at, which I did the other day. So it's basically sealed off, which I can now repot. This is actually a Gosbrook Susanna, but it doesn't make any difference. Same difference really. I'm just going to pull the label out. This is very dry, as one would expect. It's just a question, obviously, easing out. No problem with any bugs or anything like that in there at all. Good, nice, healthy root ball. Perfect. Now, this was last repotted exactly a year ago. Well, 22nd of August last year, this was repotted, and I'm doing this today on the 4th of August this year, so marginally earlier. And this will be repotted now. I'm just going to give it a good old trim back. Now, when you sort of take it out of the pot, you can obviously get rid of all the debris around the top there. So I'm just going to loosen that off. A few dead and dying leaves, which you can just get rid of, easily done. Got a few nice little breaks just coming there as well. I'm going to go into this and really chew down the root ball. Really pull out a lot of the root. They can withstand the amount of abuse that you may need to give them. But the main thing is, of course, is that the plants will really appreciate that lovely fresh compost you're going to give it. Just rub it through like that. And then I will get some scissors, again, which are clean, been sterilised, just to trim this root ball now. And I will just trim the roots back. There we are, we've got a lovely compact little root ball. Somebody did mention in the comments that I do plant low, and yes, this will drop down into the pot that's going to have, and it's going to be planted quite deep. And the idea behind that is that it makes the ball, the sort of exhibition ball that we're trying to aim for, just grow perfectly above the sort of pot line, the top of the pot line. So there we are, that's as clean as a whistle now. I've really abused that, but they can withstand it. The key though initially is not over watering when we freshly repot. Okay, so I've got my standard mix here. This is just going to go into the base of the pot, probably a couple of inches deep. I just now need to measure sort of how high I need to go up, because I need to sort of look, that's actually too much. So we'll tip a bit of that out. Surprised actually. So this needs to be planted quite deep. Remembering that there is going to be quite a bit of growth on it. And there it is, just a question now of packing it down all around the cup root ball. So it's got lots and lots of fresh compost to get its teeth into all over the sort of winter growing period. And there we are, that's lovely, deeply potted. And that will stay in there ready to flower for the shows next year. So there we are, it's as simple as that really. I will update the label, put the label in, repotted again on the 4th of August, 22nd of August, so it's had a nice birthday present. And that will do well next year. That will flower very strongly, hopefully. It's got plenty of fresh compost in it to get it now through the autumn and winter. I will not do anything with that now. I will just let it grow, and it will be stopped in February, around about 18 to 20 weeks prior to the show next year. So I will be continuing to do that with the majority of my plants really over the next month or 6 weeks. And it's, you know, I do that with all of them. It rejuvenates them, makes them grow very strongly. Okay, so that's just about it from me today. Next week, I'm sort of on holiday a bit because the wife is off for several days. So I don't know that I'm going to get the opportunity to do a video next week, hence the reason why I've done a couple this week. So I'll see you again though in a couple of weeks' time probably, and we will probably be looking at standards. They're all growing away like crazy, plus any other bits and pieces as we go into the sort of late summer period. So I'll see you again very soon.